Yo, what's poppin' peeps? It's your boy Nandro. Welcome to another video. So this is gonna be another video on the great, Shadowverse Live or whatever. So this is gonna be like the part 2 of the Linduk deck that I played earlier. If you didn't see it, there I'll go ahead and like drop a link to the description or in the description. You can kind of like check that out on your leisure. So let me quickly show you guys the deck real quick. So this is the deck. Like, it's in pretty fire. Like, I'd already changed the Frozen Mammoth that had been before to glue like after that first game. So I'm gonna show you guys the 2 games. So this sword game is pretty interesting, and then the obviously Portal game. Like, so these games are gonna be pretty interesting. Like, definitely go ahead and be excited, things like that. Like, the deck overall has been pretty fire. Like, I think most games it literally comes down to like, well, I'm really far ahead, and I don't draw Lindworm, and I die, which is pretty unfortunate. So I'm versus sword. I'm going first. So I actually really like going first, like as dragon. Well, sorry, as dragon, but only if you're playing Water the Orca and Oracle, just because it lets you do some like gross things to people. So even though I didn't draw Lindworm for a lot of these games, I still toss back the Lindworm because like. You really want when you play this game to not let things like from previous games kind of bog you down if you can avoid it. Like, because like a lot of people, they would just be like, well, Lindworm's the card that lets me win this game. Let me go ahead and like keep the Lindworm, and then you just draw a second Lindworm, and then you're like upset because you have like 2 giant bricks in your hand. And like, okay, well, what do I do now? So I pick up the nest. The nest is great. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go and play up the nest. So even though yes, I have the Marduk in my hand, like a big thing is recognizing when you can afford to play a combo and when you can afford to hold combo. Like, you see my hand, right? My hand is 2 again bricks. Like, there's 2 bricks and the Oracle. Like, the Oracle is like tempo negative. Like, the only thing it does is just give me mana. Like, so I do need to play this because I do need to draw cards later. And I'm not even sure if I'm just gonna play the Marduk or whatever. Like that's not something that I'm sure about from turn 1. So here I just gonna play Oracle. Like, next I have Roy. Roy is a boy. I'll probably honestly be forced to get the ramp with this. Yep. When he plays at Lux, I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely getting ramp now. Like, the only way he got punished is if he plays Mars, but like I can't care about that. I literally cannot be allowed to care about that because he's playing Lux. I already know, like, he's playing something against the grain. Like, he's probably playing either support cannon or he's just like playing some like random nonsense. But like, he's most likely not playing traditional, just like mid-range Arthur. So yep, like here he plays Limited Standard. I'm like, okay, all right, bet. So basically, like, he's just gonna like make all of his creatures like very overstated. I'm gonna be very upset, and some unfortunate things are about to happen to me. But then, that's fine. Like, I can't do anything about that, so I just have to ramp. So here he plays the second Lux. I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? So his hand is stacked. Like, he has so many cards up on me. Like, I have all these bricks in my hand. I'm just like chilling. I'm like, oh god. So I go ahead and I draw my 2 cards here. Go ahead and get my heal for 1. I pick up another Scyther. Like, Scyther is not the card I want to see here. Like, but thankfully we get the young Waters. So we go ahead and we play Waters out here, and I'll just kind of like pass. So I know, like, right here a lot of people are gonna be like, well, Nandro, isn't like not evolving here strictly a misplay? No, it's not. The reason why it's not a misplay here is because like, he played Luminous Standard, plus the fact that he played plus the fact that he's played 2 different Lux and one of them was for 4. That automatically guarantees that I will never have control of this board. Like, it doesn't matter if I evolve here. Like basically the only difference between making this evolve and not making this evolve is, oh, well, do I want to take 3 damage here? I'm fine taking 3 damage. Like, I'm playing Dragon of all things, and 2, like, I have a big boy coming up on 9. Like, I don't, like, he can hit me for like 12 here, and I wouldn't even care because I have the Frenzy Drake. Like, I'm just gonna like light him up on 2 turns. So like, why would I need to evolve? Yeah. So here he plays Mars. They plays some like crazy bullshit in that of Romeo. I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? So I completely forgot about this interaction because like I've literally only seen Romeo played like 3 times, like literally 3 times. Like, and it's been out for almost like a year now. Anyway, so he plays Romeo, then he trades. Like, look at how big that Romeo is. It's literally a 3-mana 6/5. Are you kidding? Get out of here with that. And I'm like sad. But thankfully he chooses to go face. Like, the going face, it works out for both of us. It works out a little bit better for me because, like, I need all the ship damage. Like, all the ship, I have to get the ship damage no matter what. So like, so thankfully, because he believes that because he correctly believes that the onus of like who needs to make the trades are on me. Like, it lets me like sneak in some damage here. Like, all of these points of damage matter. Like, right now, I can technically, if I wanted to, I can kind of just like drop them down to, what is it, like 12, and that'd be like amazing. Obviously, we're not going to do that because that's like a suicidal play. But so I'll just go ahead and just play Scyther, trade it in. Yep. Nice 7/5 you have there. It's gone now. I'll go ahead and evolve Somniferous. Like, my evolves are all very, very important in this matchup. Like, I have to evolve now in order to get rid of Mars, because if he plays second Mars, I'm like terrified, because like he probably like pushes the stuff out of range for me to clear it. And I'll go ahead and I'll hold this nest. So the holding of this nest actually made sense, because like I do actually need to like hold this for like Lindworm or whatever, because like now I've already pieced together what's gonna happen in my mind now. So what's gonna happen is next time I'm gonna play Drake. I'll go ahead and just like Drake up this board. Turn after that, I'll go ahead and play Marduk, and then go ahead and play a Nest, and go ahead and do 2 more damage. Turn after that, I'll do some bullshit, play Scyther, like maybe play some spells, and then eventually like he'll just be in range of Lindworm, and I'll just like win that way. But yeah, so here he plays out Luminous Mage. I'm like, okay, sure, bet. Then he plays Perseus. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me right now? Get out of here with this Perseus. So this Perseus single-handedly just wrecked me. Like, the reason why this Perseus wrecks me is because like it's a ward that also for getting this 2 damage. But here he chokes, he gets a little bit afraid. He's like, why is it going face, not clear my board? So he makes the trade here. The trade is always a bad play, like, because like you have the ward up, and that guarantees that, oh well, I can't clear your board with any bullshit that I would like to go for. So you might as well just like, you know, let it ride and collect your 3 damage. But he doesn't do it. So I just go ahead and like slam Drake on his ass. I'm like, okay, cool. So this Drake is insane. Like, this Drake, like, it literally cleared the board, and he just used the Luminous Mage, so he has to probably give me his real evolve here. He gives me the real evolve, and I just go ahead and I just like slam Marduk. I'm like chilling. But here he comes out with the next level bullshit of Durandal. Like, this Durandal like just like cocked me. Like, it basically said, okay, so you see that gameplay you had? Go ahead and like toss that gameplay right on into the trash. I'm like, okay, all right, man. So now I pick up Roy. So this is a good pickup for me, but I can't play it this turn. So all I'm gonna do here is actually just go ahead and play Scyther into Maelstrom, and go face for 4. So like basically, like, I now need to get even more chip damage than I did before. Like, or I just need to be able to put myself in a spot where I can like drop him down to 8, and then like hitting this like double Lindworm in his ass. But like that's probably not gonna happen. But here he plays Lance of the Tempest. I'm just like, okay, all right, bet. Like he clears the board, but like that's only a 4/3. I can clear that off. So here I go ahead and I find Galua. I'm like, okay, sure. I go ahead and I go ahead and grab the Black Breath immediately. I go ahead and play Roy. So I'll obviously go ahead and just Black Breath that away the Durandal. But I have to find a turn where it's like convenient for me to do so. We see here that I'm already at 6 Lindworm stacks, and these are 2 spells. So basically, I'm at like 8 Lindworm stacks. But here he plays Lance of the Tempest. I'm like, okay, that's annoying. Then he plays Juliet. I'm like, oh, I'm like, please stop getting these commander triggers. Like, I didn't even know that worked that way, by the way. Like that would still get cost reduction. That would still get the cost reduction. Like, that's actually pretty fire, honestly. But anyway, so here what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and like play the Marduk here. So to be honest with you, playing this Marduk here is a little bit ambitious, but like, and I could have done something different, but I decided to go for the Marduk here only because of the fact of like I didn't want to use up my last evolve because that means that I probably can never play Marduk, and I wanted to go for this instead because this was a little bit better. Well, in my mind, it felt a little bit better because if I do that there, I have to go ahead and I have to evolve. But here I go ahead and pick up a second Lindworm. I'm like, okay, sure, bet. I go ahead and evolve the Marduk. I evolved the Marduk because obviously, like, he's always gonna clear off Marduk. He has no choice. Like, but he might not clear this off. But then he hits me with the young hotness of Fall from Grace. Like, this is actually, I think, the fourth time that this set that I've been Fall from Grace. Like, Fall from Grace is, like, it doesn't hit anything relevant. There's no reason to be playing this in your deck. But yet people are actually unironically playing this card. And every single time, it's been, like, ridiculous on me. Into Romeo again. I'm like, oh my god, get out of here with these Romeos, dog. Into Juliet. I'm like, oh my god, get out of here, man. He then makes the trade. I'm like, why are you making this? That trade was so garbage. But now I pick up another Lindworm. I'm like, okay, sure, bet. I thankfully pick up the last ball and need 2. So now I can go ahead and just go Black Breath and then Nest. But here we have a very interesting situation, because like I don't actually know what the correct thing to Black Breath is. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure now that I'm actually playing this, like the correct thing to Black Breath, honestly, is that is that Romeo, and then also just like clear off that Juliet, and that's probably the correct line of play. But I didn't go for it because like I kind of got a little bit too much in my head. I'm like, like, is there any way for me to lose from this spot? Like, and in my head I was like, no. But in reality, like I always should have just been like, yes. Yeah, like, so if I go ahead and add Black Breath or Romeo and then trade here, right? Like, he can still only play 3 real creatures per turn. I'm about to go up to 20. Now I'm about to like slam Lindworm. Boom, take 4. Like, I have a 10/10. You have to clear that. Boom, take 4 more. All right, you're at 2 now. Boom, take 4 more. You're dead. Like, but I didn't do it. I kind of like pissed out and went for like some like bizarre outplay that like only works like 20% of the time. So I don't trade here because I'm like, well, there's no way for me to get punished here. Because like the reason why I didn't trade is because like I wanted to make it so this way he just straight just like dies to 2 Lindworms. But again, like we know that I literally have 3 Lindworms by him. Like I have 3 Lindworms, like, so like and that's already big enough to force him to like make trades anyway. So I might as well just like clear this off, right? But I don't do it. I kind of choke. I'm like, I get greedy. Like I'm like, there's no way for me to lose from the spot, right? But little did I know, like he has Celia here. I'm like, oh, okay, then bet. Yeah, so this is a pretty fire combo. Like, I just ate so much damage here. I go and heal up to 14. Alright, and now yet again, to be honest with you, like I had the chance. I had the chance to just like not choke here. Just go ahead and like play Lindworm. Go ahead and have the Lindworm be virtuous. Virtuous Lindworm. Go ahead and like he heals him up to 19. Again, he still has to clear it. Like I'm fine if he has to clear it. But no, I get greedy. I'm like, okay, let me go for the lethal, because like there's no way, there's absolutely no way that I can die from the spot, right? No way I can die from the spot. He has to clear that, right? Like 7 damage it's not much. But little did I know, like we're in the game of Pokemon, so yep. I'm sorry. We're in the game of Shadowverse. We're in the game of Shadowverse where I don't get lucky, and people just like have like all these like ridiculous outs, and I just like die. I'm like, okay, well, fuck this. Bam. So more of the story there is just like, you know, make the correct trades when you have to make the trades, and you don't get greedy. You just end the game anyway in the same exact fashion. So that's 100% a game I should have won. I just like choked and then like got punched at the game completely. Alright, so now for the second game. This game is gonna be Res of Portalcraft. So Res of Portalcraft, like as you may have seen from the game 1, like it's a pretty favorite. Well, in my mind, it's a pretty favorite matchup just because like it's pretty easy to like avoid most of their bullshit. Like the only thing that you have to worry about substitution is like substitution hits your deck a little bit harder than it would hit like regular decks, because like you have not one but 2 different last word units that you need the opposite like need to live, and that are both the Somniferous, which because it gives you card draw, and the Sun and Moon because Sun and Moon gives you like inevitability, it gives you like some like Lindworm stacks, it gives you some like chip damage, like it just gives you everything. So I go ahead and toss back my 3. I go ahead and pick up Oracle, but then I also pick up Marduk. I'm like, that's not what I wanted to see in this matchup. But I thankfully pick up both Nest and as well as Waters of the Orca. Like again, the Oracle into Waters of the Orca combo is just so fire, like just so good. He plays Hamlin here, so I know, like I can assume that his hand's probably like pretty garbage, because like you would never play Hamlet on you unless you were absolutely forced to. Like, so, and that seems to be one of those cases for him. So I'll go ahead and play at the Oracle. He then plays Cat Cannon here. I'm like, okay, alright, bet. So I can probably assume that he just like copied the cat cannoneer, because that seems like the kind of thing he would do. So I'll just go ahead and play Waters here. Waters is pretty good. So here he plays Fervent. I'm now made to be upset because, like, yep, he gets the Ancient. Like, he just like gets go face for 3, or hell, he can even go face for 5, honestly, if he wanted to. But it makes the correct trade to go and keep this stuff alive. So now here I go ahead and I just go Ayla. I go Ayla because, like, I care about the ramp more than I care about the board. Because, like, I kind of need this nest to pop, so I'll just go and do Ayla, then play Roy, and I'll probably go ahead and grab the removal spell. Like, I grabbed the removal spell because, like, I'm gonna be at 10. I'm gonna be at 10 in like 2 turns anyway, so like it doesn't matter for me to get ramp and go up to 10 in 1 turn. But that's silly. Like, I kind of just want the removal spell. But yeah, like here he plays Mystic Ring. I'm like, okay. Into second cat cannoneer. I'm like, okay, all right, sure, bet. He then makes a trade. I'm like, okay, sure. He then makes another trade. To be honest with you, the second trade was kind of silly. Like, you didn't need to make that trade. That was always a trade I'm gonna make for you. But yeah, here he plays Excel. I'm like, are you planning to play Machina here? That's the only way that turn makes sense. But here I get to go ahead and play Galua. I'm like, okay, sure, bet, awesome, sure. I'll go ahead and play the White Breath immediately. I could have gone ahead and I could have evolved Ayla. Technically, that was actually the better play, because, like, if I do that, I have a 4/4 and another 4/4, and I can just, like, draw my cards next turn. But I didn't do it because, like, I thought, like, in my mind, I kind of thought I might want my evolves for something else, because I already have the Dragon Strife blade in my hand to go ahead and get rid of Machina if he plays it. But yeah, like, oh, also I do actually need the chip damage, so I should have just done that. But again, like, we out here just trying to draw cards, fam. Just out here trying to draw cards. So here he goes and he plays Hakurami, and then just like make these trades. To be honest with you, like, this is a pretty shitty usage of Excel. Like, this Excel's been pretty weak for him, and I like that. So I'll go ahead and play second Galua. Like, I'll just take the card draw. Like, I just want to go ahead and just draw from my deck. Just draw from my deck. Like, I should already have my Lindworm stacked. If it's not stacked already, it will definitely be stacked in the next like few turns anyway. So I just need to draw double Lindworm, and, you know, I'm in the money. Like, oh well, I need to draw double Lindworm, or I need to get 10 damage. And I'm like, generally, if you can get the 10 damage early, you should obviously go for it. But if you don't, like, it makes the game a lot harder. So here I pick up Marduk. I'm like, okay, sure, bet. Like, I don't want to play the Marduk unless I have, like, some things to play with the Marduk. So I go ahead and just draw cards here. And now I make a very interesting line. So I say this is interesting, but, like, it's one of those lines where, like, I could have been, like, wrecked for having done this. I go ahead and I just, like, play Ayla, and I play the White Worm, and I play the Maelstrom. To be honest with you, I think probably, like, playing double Ayla is more correct, I think, honestly. But I choose to go for this line just because, like, I want to try to see, like, what he's got going. Like, if he's gonna go ahead and use this up here. Like, if he uses this up here, that's obviously, like, really good. But instead he just, like, plays up more artifacts. So clearly he didn't draw Machina, so, like, he's bricking, and that's, like, really good for us, because, like, I'm pretty sure if you're playing stuff like, if you're playing garbage like Mystic Ring, then you probably, like, deserve to brick. But that's just like me. That's just, like, personal anecdote. Anyway, so here I go ahead and trade here. I go ahead and get another Dragon's Nest. I go ahead and force. Then I go ahead and play. I believe I just play both the Aylas now. I play both the Aylas. I go ahead and hold up on both nests. The reason why I hold up on both nests is because, like, I have Marduk here. Marduk is God. Like, Marduk is about to go ahead and get me up to 6 damage here, possibly, if I draw another nest. And that's enough to put it into Lindworm range. But here he plays Icarus. I'm like, okay, sure. So, like, he's bricking, but, like, he's picking up enough gas in the process to not be, like, fully bricked. Like, so that's pretty good. Just because, like, at the end of the day, like, Portal, if you hit enough, like, analyzes, or if you hit enough, like, if you hit enough cards to just draw you other cards, like, you're not fully bricked. Well, so you're not as bricked as you would be if you were, like, just, like, hitting, like, Ancients or whatever. So yeah, so, like, he picks up a bunch of cards. I'm like, okay, sure, bet. So here I just go and, like, slam down the Marduk. I'm like, okay. I just go and, like, play double nest. I play double nest because, like, we can already see that I'm already at about the halfway point of my deck, and this will guarantee that I end up at the halfway point of my deck. I go ahead and I evolve the Marduk. I just evolved Marduk because, like, I didn't keep track of how many artifacts I've killed that game. So yeah, like, so it's already at 6. Yeah, like it's already at 6. So if his hand was like, I don't know, like some combination of cards involving Machina, like in which he like somehow like cleared off my board and like did like a billion things, I would have died for having taken like 8 damage. Whereas if it just takes 6 damage, it's like not bad. So here he goes Hamlin into stuff. I'm like, okay, like the second he shows the first ancient, I'm like, okay, all right, well this card's gone. Yep. Yep. He then plays a 3rd cat cannon. I'm like, okay, thank God. Like, you deserve to brick for playing 3 cat cannons, but that's just me. Yep. I go ahead and take 4, but in reality I take 0 because I'm just gonna heal up for 4 with these nests. I go ahead and I draw 3 cards, and I get to see if I find Lindworm. Again, as always, if I find Lindworm, he's dead. He literally dies. Thankfully, I find the Lindworm, and there's like finally some justice, and I just go ahead and like slam the Lindworm on his ass. Yep. Linduk. PogChamp. We'll go ahead and we evolve, obviously. Yeah, like, but this is what I was talking about, because like if for some reason I hadn't been able to get like 2 more damage in for some bizarre reason, or I had to like use my evolve again for some bizarre reason, like I would have 100% deserved to lose, but for having not just gone like double maelstrom like I should have the first time. But yeah, we're able to take it. I'm like, cool, awesome. Like the games, like I said, like the games have been pretty fun. Like for most, right, like even though I've been like losing or whatever, and like I've been like kind of salty or whatever. One of them was honestly like a complete and utter misplay. Another game was like, oh well, it was like playing well, but not actually drawing her out, which again is fair. Like when you only have like exactly 3 outs or whatever. But things like that. Like the deck is pretty fire. I definitely recommend playing it. Well, obviously if you have dragon cards and you're actually like looking for a good time. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and drop that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.